What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we are trying out an experiment, well actually two experiments, where I am trying a couple of flips live so you can see the results, and we'll be tracking everything about the results as well. So we are spending about 100,000 gold on materials, crafting an item, and trying to shuffle this. In this case, the first thing we're trying out is the malleable pendant, and the reason why is that I was looking at the crafting cost here, and this looks pretty cheap to make. I mean, it has a crafting cost of, the crafting cost here is about 200 gold, maybe closer to 300 gold when we open up dual crafting again. It's 280 gold to make the malleable pendants. So the crafting cost here seems on the pretty cheap side for the pendants, 280 gold, and the plan is basically to craft 100,000 gold worth of these pendants and then send them to an enchanter, spec'd into rare disenchant, and disenchant them for shards, and then see how much gold we can make from doing that. So, once again, we are spending 100,000 gold on these materials, we're tracking everything including time spent, and we'll see if we end up making any profit towards the end. This could either be a very good video showing you how to make gold, or it's a learn from my mistakes type of video. Now, one thing to note, if you are going to do something like this and you actually have something profitable going, you have a couple of flasks you can use to increase your crafting speed significantly. So in this case, we use the flask of aerated quick hands or something like that, the one from Dragonflight, which gives 30%, and it for some reason still works. We also use the one from the War Within, which gives 10% on Q2, but is also way more expensive. And then we're sending all of this away to my disenchanting character, and I'll be showing you the specs of which I used in this video as well, to show you exactly how to replicate everything I'm doing. Now, I'm just gonna say, this ended up not being profitable, by the way, and the dual crafting setup is not really important. You just want to make these malleable pendants as the best as you can, with the most resourcefulness that you can. So the important part here is to have as much resourcefulness, which includes a tool with resourcefulness and an enchant on it, so you can probably push the resourcefulness way higher than I have it by having a blue tool, for example, and a quality 3 enchant to have probably 30%. I had 21%, so that's what I was doing, 21% resourcefulness. Now sadly, when you are disenchanting, you don't really have any flasks that will help you out on the crafting speed, and this is the spec that you need to have, rare resourcing. Now the thing about this one is that when you max it out, you can sometimes get random materials when disenchanting blue items. So you can see me getting Mycobloom, leather, chitin, and even bismuth from disenchanting, which I thought was really weird. I'm used to disenchanting greens only. I'm doing blues for pretty much the first time now, or at least the first time that I'm counting and keeping track of what I get, and I noticed myself getting a bunch of random materials, and I thought, where are they coming from? But it's from that last point spent in rare resourcing in the disenchanting tree. Now, over here, once again, this is me disenchanting, not really anything super important here. You just click disenchant over and over again, either use TSM destroy or have a macro. For the macro, it's literally /use disenchanting and then /use the item name. So just shift click the ring and there we go. So for here, we're just spamming the same button over and over again. Let's talk about some results. So I ended up spending 102,000 gold on materials, and then we spent 6 minutes crafting and 14 minutes disenchanting. So disenchanting takes way more time, for about 20 minutes spent in total. Now, the results were 101 quality 3 shards, which ended up being 33,000 gold, 244 Q2 shards for 38,000 gold, and 127 Q1 shards for 19,000 gold. We also got 1.5k worth of random materials, the bismuth, leather, and all of those things, and the profit at the end was minus 10,000 gold. So we spent 20 minutes losing 10,000 gold on crafting 350 malleable pendants. So 102,000 gold turned out to be 350 malleable pendants. Now, as you can see, we did end up getting way more quality 2 shards than quality 3 and quality 1, and there are some things you can do to increase the amount of quality 2 and quality 3 you get, which is basically increasing your enchanting skill. So taking the stats away now, we have talked about those, and let's take away the screen of me disenchanting as well. Let me show you the spec that I'm rocking and how you can improve this. So that is the wrong one that I'm going to go through here, but we can go to the right character. So for my disenchanter, we have 100 skill points plus 28, and we are specced into, this one doesn't really matter, but this one does, designated disenchanter, uncommon utilitarian, and also rare resourcing. Now what you can do to improve this to get higher quality disenchants and higher quality shards is improve your enchanting skill. I have a epic tool, which is great to have, but I'm lacking 2 rare accessories. These 2 rare accessories gives plus 11 skill each for plus 11, and that's a 6 upgrade, so you can get plus 12 enchanting skill from having these 2, and then if you're a blood elf you can get plus 5 more skill points. So basically I am missing out on 17 skill points in enchanting that would help you get a lot better quality shards, to the point where this might actually end up being profitable for you. The question is, will it make up for a 10% loss and bring you into the green? Because what this has to do is take you from 10% loss to break even, and you also have to make 5% profit to even break even, because the auction house cut is 5%. So at the moment, this exact shuffle, the malleable pendants, looks like it might not be worth doing, and you might want to look for cheaper blues to make. Now, there are some cheaper blues to make in, for example, tailoring and leatherworking. At least there are some that are approaching a cheaper floor in tailoring plus leatherworking right now that could be cheaper and therefore better to make. So for example, the malleable pendants, they were 280 gold to make. Meanwhile, the Pioneer's cloth cuffs, they are 210 gold to make. 214 gold to make, sorry. So if you buy these right now, you can make 214 gold instead of 280. That is a significant profit margin, even just by making these. So you can buy weaver cloth bolts right now, make them into this item, and disenchant that instead, and that should make up for that percentage. Now, once again, when you are doing this, you want to spec yourself into resourcefulness to save as many regions as you can while doing this craft. So that's probably something that I'm going to try out next, to try this one instead, because even just looking at it now, this looks better. Even though weaver cloth bolts has gone up in price a lot, it is still looking very profitable with today's prices. Now, based on sources that I have, doing the weaver cloth fishing cap is also very profitable. If you once again spec into resourcefulness, get that maxed out, and get a tool with resourcefulness on it, and enchant it with that as well, just to save as many resources as you can while crafting these hats, and then you disenchant that. The thing here is that you need to spend the storm dust in this craft, but you're basically turning quality 1 storm dusts into quality 2 and quality 3. The main gold maker here is those quality 3 procs. So when we go to the auction house right now, we take a look at the difference in price between storm dust quality 1 and quality 3. This is a huge difference in price. So you're using the quality 1s to spend in this craft, and also using quality 1s when making the weaver cloth bolt or the exquisite one. So you're turning quality 1 dust into quality 3, and you just keep shuffling this over and over and over again. Now, I did say we tried out 2 shuffles yesterday, so the second one that I tried out was a dual crafting shuffle as well, where we are prospecting. Well, I say as well, but the previous one was also dual crafting, but this time we're literally buying items and then prospecting them. So for the purpose of that, we bought quality 2 Accurite, because they were the same price as quality 1 when I bought this. Maybe quality 1 had just been flipped, but either way, quality 2 and quality 1 was the same price, so I just bought the quality 2 ones. So over here, we have some stats to show you, once again, for just prospecting, and I'm just going to say, once again, a little bit of a spoiler. It was not profitable, so here are the numbers. They might be hard to read, but I'm going to talk about them as well. So we spent 100,000 gold on quality 2 Accurite, prospecting real-time profit. Now, spent on Accurite was 100,500 gold, and the end prospecting value after doing this is 80,000 gold, and the proportion, or the proportion of that gold is like this. Handful of pebbles came in at 19,955 gold. Onyxes came in at 4,792 gold. Rubies came in at 15,432 gold. Emerald was 14,100 gold. Sapphire was at 10k 620. Amber was 1,596. Crushed gemstones was 7,184, and glittering glass was 6,207 gold. for overall a loss of 20,000 gold, and this took me about 10 minutes to do. So in 10 minutes we lost 20,000 gold, which is kind of not that good, and once again, we have a pretty good spec for prospecting as well. I am lacking 10 knowledge points to be able to get the last one, but I cannot see 10 knowledge points making up for a 20% loss myself. That being said, I do have screenshots of other people making bank with prospecting, so either I'm doing it wrong, or I'm doing it at the wrong time, or they are lucky with their prospecting, or somebody flipped the market. Because for me, once again, I've tried this twice so far, and I simply cannot get into the green when doing prospecting with a pretty decent setup. Now, it's worth noting, I only have green tools, but that should not really matter that much. I mean, it definitely matters. Having more resourcefulness will save you more materials, but it doesn't matter to the point where you make up 20% loss margins. I don't think. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I don't want to share only the actual good ways to make gold. I want to share some methods that I've tried that did not work as well, so you can learn from my mistakes. And hopefully this is one of those. Now, I will end the video by saying prospecting seems to be doing very good at certain times of the day, but it seems to be a very volatile market, and both times I tried it, I did not make a profit, and I lost about 20% every single time. So there we go, that's my personal take on these two flips, and just some thoughts in general on flipping, or, well, shuffling as well. There we go, that's the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and if you want to know more about gold making, then check out my guide on gold making through a link down below where we have actually tested gold making methods that are working. We have a bunch of ways to make gold that are working that is included in that guide. We have profession coverage, knowledge points, how to spend those, and even how to spend your concentration to min-max gold making that way. And we talk about gold making strategies, auction house strategies, and a bunch more things like gold farming, solo gold farming, and group gold farming as well. In addition to that, when you buy the guide, you get access to a gold making community with a lot of other people that are making gold in different ways and sharing their successes and their failures, so we can learn from each other. Either way, if that's interesting to you, the link to that will be down below, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. The guide also comes with free updates for the entire expansion, by the way, so next patch, any future patch, whenever there's an update to the guide, you get those sent to you for free. I am trying to offer premium Patreon service here for a one-time payment, so that way the guide will be worth the most value to you as well, and it supports me at the same time. I'm just trying to make sure that you are happy with the purchase that you're making, and once again, my goal with my videos, with the guide, with everything, is to help you guys make gold, so hopefully I'm able to achieve that in some way, shape or form. Either way, that's the video. Once again, leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and let me know your gold making successes and failures in the comments. Thank you for watching, I'll see you again in the next video very soon. Bye bye now.